Hi everyone, hope you're well. Sorry for not uploading for a while, but I'll just go through the reasons for not doing for that in this video. Um, so I don't even know how to explain this. Let's start with one of the issues. I was at work one day on a Monday, not looking forward to it, and I get a missed call from my supervisor, and then he sent a message saying call me. And this is around 8:30 in the morning, so I was like, that's odd. Why would he ever do that? Call me at 8:30 when he knows I start at 9. I usually wake up late anyway, so I was like, oh, he's probably just going to give me more work, or like got an urgent case come in or something like that. And then I call him, and he tells me that my supervisor, so the person I work with like every day, the guy I really like, I talk to every day, I sat next to him before lockdown, that this guy has committed suicide. And I was in quite a bad state after hearing that news. Um, it was just complete shock. Like, I would never, ever have suspected that something like that would have happened. Um, it's just that he was always the one that seemed happy, asking how everyone was, always positive, always just there for you when you had any issues. And he was a really great teacher as well. He was he was actually the person that when you came to the firm or the department, he was the one that gave you like a briefing session, just taught you about the new stuff, was expected of you and stuff like that. And he was just a brilliant person, and he had a great mind. He was a great thinker. If you had any issue, whether it's legal or otherwise, he'd always have the right answer, and he wouldn't have to look at any book or anything like that. Any like section of the law, any like case, you just ask him a query, and he knew it. And he kind of set the standard of what I wanted to be at as like just a person where you really trust him, and you're confident when you talk to him that you'll get the best advice possible. And he taught me a lot, not just legal stuff. I mean, he improved my writing, and he would like saying, "Oh, these are always learning points." Like he would, that's what he would always say. He wouldn't say, "Oh, there's something wrong with this" or whatever. He goes, "Just take it as a learning point. Like, just take it on, and you'll improve from that and get better." Um, so yeah, he was. It's just a really great person. I don't really know how else to describe him, and this impacted me. It was just a feeling of complete shock, because I think the most difficult part for me to take is that it wasn't on life's terms. Like, it wasn't like someone had an illness or someone was at old age. He made a decision because he couldn't take living anymore, and he thought the best course of action was to take his own life. And I don't think that's something that would ever sit right with me, that someone had to come to that conclusion. And I saw some of his wife's stuff on Facebook and stuff like that, saying that he had some issues with depression. But I don't think she even fully appreciated it from the post that I read. Not appreciated, but maybe he just hid it so well that he wasn't the person to talk about it and stuff like that. So yeah, I was just in a complete feeling of shock, and that I'd lost someone. He actually was one of the people who gave me the job, so I had an interview with him and another partner, and he was the one who believed in me as well. And he taught me so much about construction and just stuff like that. He was really good at client care as well, trying to make sure you keep them informed, building up a good relationship and stuff like that. So yeah, that was really difficult to take, and the whole department was just in shock, and we were given like the day off and stuff like that because no one could really concentrate on what they were doing. It was just really a really difficult time period. So that happened on a Monday, and then on the Wednesday, my brother comes into my room, and I was working at home, and he comes into my room, and he's like, I can tell he's distressed, and he says like, "Oh, my granddad's not doing very well. He's not breathing at home," and I was just, again, I was in complete shock because although he's 78, I don't know. There wasn't any health complications. It was actually my grandma who was doing worse. He did have heart issues, but I don't think anyone knew that anything like that would ever happen. So he says, yeah, he's not breathing. I'll just update you as soon as possible. And then he's downstairs, and like 10, 15 minutes later, I hear him let out a cry, really loud. I think he said he's gone, or he just started shouting really loudly downstairs, and from that I knew what had happened. And then he called up from the stairs and told me that my granddad had passed away. And that was really difficult to accept, and I don't think I've really accepted this, because he was just so important for my development, and there's a lot of characteristics that he had which I believe I took on, and he was a great role model for me to have that figure in my life. Yeah, again, I was just in complete shock. I've never had someone really close to me pass away recently. My grandma passed away in 2013 on my dad's side, but this was granddad on my mum's side. So yeah, it was really shocking, and everyone was crying, and I was really distressed. Obviously, as soon as it happened, we went to my grandma's house, and then we had to say goodbye to him. He was taken by the coroner, and then yeah, what happened is me, my brother, and my cousin, we made a speech at the funeral, and I said a lot of important things that I needed to get out. That was really difficult to stand there and talk in front of everyone. I actually posted the speech on Facebook so I can be reminded of the words I said. But in summary, it was just about everything that he meant to me. He was just very caring, kind, hardworking, generous, and he always had the smile, which always made me happy. It was always just great to just see him. He didn't really need to be saying or doing much. It was just like part of the process of just going to Leicester where my grandparents are. It was like he was just there. So it was just always great to see him. And yeah, the main purpose of this YouTube channel was mainly for my kids. So I just want you to know that your great granddad was one of the best people that you could have ever met. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. He was everything. And it's difficult to accept that he's no longer here anymore. And there are good days and bad days I have, but some days I just don't want to get out of bed because you realise that you're entering a world where he's not there, and that's not easy to deal with. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been going through. I'm still trying to process the loss, and deal with it. So it's been a bit difficult time, but I've been with my family a lot, with my grandma and aunts, cousins, and stuff like that, and they've really helped me. Being around everyone has really helped and made me just appreciate my family even more, and how much we need to value our time here, because that's something we don't get back. It's only the memories that we keep. Whether someone's here or not, that's what we'll remember and have forever. Yeah, it's difficult to talk about this, but I wanted some sort of record of this event, just so I can, my kids can see in the future that this is what happened, have a timeline of how I was feeling. The one positive out of all this is after my supervisor passed away, I was actually looking for jobs, and I did get a new job recently, so I'll be moving back to London on a better salary for a bigger company, and yeah, so that'll be nice. Be good to get back to London, and yeah, I achieved one of my goals of moving to a better place with a bigger wage, but yeah, that's not really something to celebrate when there's been a loss, and such big losses. My supervisor, my granddad, but especially my granddad, because yeah, it's difficult to me to put into words what he meant to me. But yeah, I just have to process the loss, spend more time with family, and try and move on. It doesn't really go away. It just gets easier a bit. But thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.